now. That's all ready? Yeah. The guys are going to sing the national anthem. Will you please all stand? Remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that
Litsky, Elder Dr. Ben Taylor, Joe Van Bladel on trombone, and Ann Sable, trumpet player. Give us just a second, we're doing just a quick little cosmetic change here. And then we have our bottle band coming in, I see them. Pretty good, awesome.
announcements?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to introduce our special guests. They have performed on America's Got Talent. They have appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman. And now, tonight, they are here to entertain you. So please welcome the St. Luke's Bottle Band!
Thank you very much. My name is Paul Phillips. I'm the founder and conductor of the St. Luke's Bottle Band. On behalf of all the members of the group, I want to thank you for coming here tonight to support the Palatine music program. I also want to thank the music department for inviting us to be here tonight. We played a concert here just about a year ago, and I would think that some of you tonight were at that concert a year ago. What I want to know, yes, thank you. What I want to know now, though, is how many of you are here at a Bottle Band concert for the first time? Did you raise your hands? Oh, good. Quite a few. That's great. Well, we're always delighted when we can expand the musical horizons of a large percentage of our audience. So it looks like we'll be able to do that tonight. People who hear the Bottle Band for the first time often make the comment that they say the sound of the band reminds them of the sound of a calliope. So it's kind of our tradition to start our concerts with what we call our Calliope medley. This is a short little piece made up of 3 even shorter pieces that you often hear played on Calliope at a circus or a carnival. And so I'd like to introduce now our soloist for this piece. First of all, please welcome our principal violinist and concertmaster, Miss Trudy Yehudi. And then our principal kazooist and vocalist, a woman who really needs no introduction, but she insists on having one anyway. Please welcome Miss Betty Sulu Fleming. In addition to performing with the bottle band, Betty Sulu also teaches music appreciation at the DeVry Institute of Technology here in Chicago. So, here we go with our opening work, our Calliope medley. Thank you. There's not a lot of music written specifically for the bottle. Actually, there's none that I know of. So we have to play what are called transcriptions. Transcription is a piece of music that was written originally for one instrument or group of instruments, and then it's rearranged for another instrument or group of instruments. And the piece we're going to play for you next was originally written by the great Russian composer Peter Tchaikovsky. This is from probably his most famous ballet, The Nutcracker, and this is called The Dance of the Reed Flutes. Now in Tchaikovsky's arrangement, of course, the melody was played by the flute section. In our arrangement, the melody is going to be played by the instrument we call the bottleophone. The bottleophone is the instrument that's back there on the second row of tables. It sounds something like a xylophone, and it looks something like a bar. And the bottlephone is played very much like handbells. Each player has a certain number of bottles to hit at just the right time to get the desired medley. So this piece will feature the bottlephone. It'll also feature our violinist, Trudy Yehudi. And because this is from a ballet, we thought we would add a little choreography to the piece as well. So here's our bottle band arrangement of the Dance of the Reed Flutes. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're very excited to let you know that the Bible Band will be performing at Ravinia this year. That's right, the date is December 27th. So you may want to bring some extra blankets if you choose to sit out on the lawn. We also want to let you know that several members of the Bible Band do teach privately in their homes. If you'd like to start taking lessons on the bottle or start letting your children out on the bottle, actually playing on the bottle. I know a lot of parents are reluctant to spend a great deal of money on a new trumpet or a violin, but for the cost of a six-pack, you can get your child started on this. We also have a Suzuki bottle band at our church for the very young. They play on those little airline liquor bottles, you know. Really very cute. And we believe that you're never too young to start getting involved in music, and especially bottle band music. So we have, in our nursery at the church, a special set of training bottles. Just so the kids can get used to holding a set of 5 bottles together. Yeah. So if you're interested in any of those opportunities, please speak to me after the performance. The next piece we're going to play for you, it comes from the world of Broadway musicals. This is the Carousel Waltz from the musical Carousel by Rodgers and Hammerstein. This is a waltz. The setting of the musical, the main character is a carnival barker, so it's set in a carnival, and the waltz plays into the fact that there's a carousel in the carnival. And Richard Rodgers was really amazing at creating the atmosphere of being at a carnival and seeing a carousel spinning around with the lights and everything. It's a lovely piece. So we're going to do our arrangement of it now. So if we're all set, here is Richard Rodgers' The Carousel Waltz from the musical Carousel. Thank you very much. Well, our next piece is not listed in the program. It was meant to be a surprise for all of you. It turned out to be sort of a surprise for us as well. Let me explain a little bit. Many of you know that Hillary Rodham Clinton, our Secretary of State who just retired, is from Park Ridge. In fact, she grew up in a house that's not more than 6 blocks from our church, St. Luke's Lutheran Church in Park Ridge. And Hillary and I went to grade school and high school together. And now that she's retired, I thought, well, she might enjoy coming out here to support a program like this. So I contacted her, and believe it or not, she said, sure, I'll be happy to come out and be part of your program. So Hillary was going to be singing the next song, and we didn't put it in the program for security reasons. We didn't want to publicize it. And then, unfortunately, just yesterday she called and said something had come up and she would not be able to make it. So we're really very disappointed, and we thought about just not even mentioning it, you know, and we wouldn't have known anything about it, but we thought, no, the show must go on. So Betty Sue Fleming has very graciously agreed to, at the last minute, come out and sing the part that Hillary Rodham Clinton was going to sing. We're doing the best we can, folks. So, since Hillary just retired, she wrote the lyrics for this song, which is another reason we wanted to do it. It's a familiar tune, we're not going to tell you what that is, but she wrote the lyrics, and we're just going to call it Hillary's Farewell Song. So here's Betty Sue Fleming standing in for Hillary Rodham Clinton.
So long, farewell, I'm glad I could retire. Now I can do whatever I desire.
Thank you, Betty Sulu, for filling in there like that. This next piece is going to take a little while to set up. So while we have this opportunity, I'd like to conduct a little survey here of you. Our marketing department is always interested in the makeup of our audiences. So if you could just respond with a raise of hands, that would be great. I've already asked how many of you are here at a Bottle Band concert for the first time. How many of you here tonight have attended 2 or more Bottle Band concerts? Okay, not bad, quite a few. How many of you here tonight are students or have a relative who is a student at Palatine High School? Quite a few, that's good. How many of you are here tonight because a friend invited you to come along? All right, that's good. How many of you are here tonight because a friend forced you to come along? Gentleman put his hand up and Floyd slammed it down. Something's not right there. Well, thank you to those people who forced their friends to come along. How many of you drove at least 10 miles to get here tonight? Good number, okay. How many of you drove more than 20 miles to get here tonight? Some over there? Not too many, okay. Is there anyone here tonight from out of state? Where are you from?
Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington. You didn't come here just to hear us, did you?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have gone to Seattle to see you. Well, I mean, we're 30 people, you know. Anybody else that I missed? Nobody from Wisconsin or someplace? Oh, you're from Wisconsin. Oh, great, great. The Leinenkugel is the official bottle of the Bottle Band, by the way. It's from Wisconsin. Great, well, thank you for coming all that way. Now, these last 3 questions are a little more personal, so please try to be as honest as you can. How many of you consider yourselves to be musically inclined? You like music? Okay, that's a good number. How many of you consider yourselves to be musically advanced? You play an instrument or sing a choir or something? Quite a few. How many of you consider yourselves to be musically challenged? Yes, unfortunately I know about them, so. Thank you. Well, we have a very good mix of people here tonight, so thank you all for taking part in that survey, and thank you all for being here. As you can see, we have a number of other musicians on the stage here for this next piece. This is the featured work on our program tonight. It is the Piano Concerto No. 1 by, again, Peter Tchaikovsky, probably one of the most famous and beloved piano concertos ever written. There are 3 movements to the piece. If you play all of them, it takes more than half an hour, and so we're not going to do the entire work. Bottle band pieces should really only be 3 or 4 minutes long. Otherwise, the players tend to hyperventilate, occasionally pass out. So we've lost enough brain cells as it is. But for this piece, we're going to push ourselves a little bit. What we're going to do is the opening of the first movement, and then quite a good portion of the second movement, which is much slower, and then parts of the third movement as well. So it's kind of what we call our Reader's Digest version of the piano concerto. And for this piece, we've added some extra musicians besides the bottle players. We have a number of string players here on stage with us. And I'd like to introduce to you now the orchestra director here at Palatine High School playing cello with us, Yung Pham. She has assembled an excellent string ensemble here, looking a bit like a gypsy band. And then we also have Christine Phillips from the Bottle Band playing the oboe for this piece. And then for this arrangement, you're going to hear the third technique we have for making music on bottles. We blow on the bottles, we hit the bottles with mallets, and you can also pluck the bottles with your finger. And these gentlemen over here, this piece is scored for 3 pluckers. So they're over here. So you'll hear the pluckers and the blowers and the bottle drum. And of course, the main instrument of the piece is the piano. And I'd like to introduce to you now our piano soloist for this piece. He is the choir director here at Palatine High School. Please welcome Mr. Steve Seaback. All right, so here we go with our bottle band arrangement of Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1. All right, that's close enough. Okay, we all set? Here we go. Thank you. Well, there's more to come, so enjoy your intermission. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Thank you.
have another dance here, just for one more time. Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer? Please let me stay. Please say that you will. Say you will.
Won't you place your sweet lips on mine? Won't you tell me you love me all of the time?
That you're gonna
Daddy don't mind, and your mama don't mind. Could we have another dance here, just a one more
time. Stay, hey. Come on, stay, hey. Come on, stay, hey. Come on, stay. One more time. Her eyes, the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh yeah.
I know, when I compliment her she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me do I look okay, I say,
when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile, the world stops and stares for a while. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are, yeah. Her lips, I could kiss them all day if she let me. Her laugh, she hates but I think it's so sexy. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Oh, you know, I never ask you to change. It's perfect, what you're searching for, then just stay the same. So don't even bother asking if you look okay. You'll say, when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. 'Cause you're amazing,
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's great to see the house so full and supporting not only the music program here, but each of the kids who are up here, and of course the bottle band. I wanted to invite you to our upcoming concerts. We have our band concert coming up on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here in this room. And then we also have our choir concerts. And some of the music that we're doing tonight will actually be done in the choir concert. So if you like what you hear, please come back and join us on Thursday and or Friday of this upcoming week, March 7th and 8th. Choir is going to be actually doing a lot of the repertoire that they will be singing in Hawaii. We're going on a trip over spring break to Oahu. And so we're going to be spending some time in the Waikiki area. We have a concert planned at the Waikiki Beach Walk, I believe, which I know kind of sounds like a mall, but it's really not. It's a really beautiful performance area. And then we have been invited to sing at the Pearl Harbor Memorial. So we're going to be doing some of the music for that. So please come back and join us. For those of you who don't know the ensembles, you heard my guys a cappella group called The Guys with an exclamation point after it. The girls group is called Trouble in Paradise. I came up with that title, thank you very much. Go ahead, clap, go ahead. Thank you, thank you. And this is Midnight Blues. They're a vocal jazz group. We rehearse twice a week, one day after school and one day before school. So enjoy.
Thank you very much. It's going to be kind of tough to follow an act like that. That was really extraordinary singing. But we're going to do the best we can. So we have a couple of vocal numbers to do now for the second part of our show. The first piece is going to feature a trio. You may recall several years ago there was a trio of men, Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, and Jose Carreras, who were known as the Three Tenors. Well, we've assembled another trio tonight. We're calling them the Three Sopranos. And they're going to be here tonight to sing for you. So if they're all set to go, I'd like to introduce them to you now. The first one, as you might imagine, is the soprano from our very own bottle band. Please welcome once again Miss Betty Sue Fleming. The second soprano is an internationally known opera singer. She's sung a lyric opera here in Chicago and at the Met in New York. We're very pleased to have her here tonight for this performance. Coincidentally, her last name is also Fleming, but she's not related to Betty Sue Lou. Please welcome opera star, our second soprano, Renee Fleming. Renee's using her steroids. I remember being quite that tall. Anyway, our third soprano is more well known for being a television star than a musician. So please welcome now our third soprano, Mr. Tony Soprano. The Three Sopranos are going to sing a piece. It's an Italian street song called Funiculi Funicula, very lively song. They have written their own lyrics, however, for this particular performance. So if you ladies and gentlemen are ready, here we go with Funiculi Funicula by the Three Sopranos.
Because my last name is Soprano, my voice is not really so hot. We are a trio called the Three Sopranos, and yes we are a bit bizarre. I'm a gangster, but please understand, although it's true we may not be at all alike, yet we agree. We just want to sing, there's nothing else we'd rather do. We are the Three Sopranos and we're here to sing for you. Renee is what you call a prima donna. She's very vain and quite the pain. And Betty Sue is totally obnoxious. She can be rude and very rude.
But Tony is the worst, he's such a tyrant. He gets his way, or else you pay.
You see, we really do not like each other.
We think he's nuts.
I ain't their guts. We like pointing out each other's flaws, but on stage we get along because, although it's true we may not be at all alike, yet we agree. We just want to sing, there's nothing else we'd rather do. We are the Three Sopranos and we're here to sing for you.
I often sing Italian, the language
words I use offensive, but still I say them anyway.
He has a very bad vocabulary. I've never heard such awful words. This, that's all he can say. I hear every single word.
Okay, it's true I like to swear, but when on stage I wouldn't dare. Cause we're the three sopranos and we hope you understand how much we love to be here singing with the
Thank you. Well, I would imagine that some of you here are old enough to remember the singer Patty Page. Patty, yes, some of Patty Page fans here, I think. Patty actually died earlier this year, and we thought we would like to pay tribute to her tonight. Probably one of her most famous songs is a charming little tune called "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?" Any of you recall that song? Probably 50s or 60s. So we thought we would do that tonight, and we have not one but two very special soloists for this piece. So please welcome now Miss Becky Cross and Finley. This is Finley's debut performance, and he's understandably a little nervous in spite of the numerous tranquilizers we've given him. So come on out here, Finley. Are you ready? Hi, you ready? Okay. You sit. Okay. Okay, face the audience. No. All right. All set? Here we go. Here we go with "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?"
How much is that doggy in the window?
Finley, remember how he did it in rehearsal. He barked, really. Finley, remember how we practiced this? Remember? Yeah. She sings and you bark. No, sit. Okay. She sings, you bark. Okay? Watch me. Let's try it again.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Finley? See these people out here? They all paid money to come to this concert. And they expect to hear things done right. So, I think the third time will be the charm. Okay? All right.
lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I read in the paper there are robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies. He can't take a goldfish for a walk. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
The thrill of live performances. Well, I want to let you all know that the Bottle Band does have a website. Actually, it's part of the church's website, St. Luke's Lutheran Church, so if you're interested in going on the website, you can view a few clips that we have of the Bottle Band and learn more about us. We're having a book sale at this time of the year, so I thought I'd bring these 3 books along to show you. You can order these online if you'd like. If you want to know more about how the Bottle Band works, how we put the music together, how we make the chords, tune the bottles, etc., this is called The Idiot's Guide to the Bottle Band. It's got a lot of technical information. If you want something a little more inspirational, we have Chicken Soup for the Plucker's Soul. It's quite a wonderful book. Then we also have, if you like music history, we have a really excellent book that was written actually by a member of the Bottle Band, Joyce Robinson, who is a musicologist. She's been doing some research in the last couple of years into the life of Ludwig van Beethoven, the great German composer. And she had access to some previously unknown manuscripts and diaries, and it's her contention that Beethoven actually wrote some pieces for the bottle. And he and his friends would get together on weekends and play these pieces. He kept it very quiet, of course. But she's documented all of this in her book, and the title of it is Beethoven's Other Fifth. It's quite fascinating, and I recommend it highly. So you can get all those on our website. And now we come to the next piece, which is a very special one for us. This is Amazing Grace, and we're going to do this in memory of Dave Hine, who was our Bottle Band percussionist for over 20 years. And Dave passed away in November. We miss him terribly, but we're going to dedicate this piece to him. Dave was a member of our Plucker section, in addition to being the drummer. And so I've arranged this piece, Amazing Grace, to feature the Pluckers. It'll also feature many of the percussion instruments that Dave played. And he had a very whimsical sense of humor. And so he liked to use sound effects a lot. And we use those sound effects in many pieces. So we'll incorporate those as well. So here is Amazing Grace for Dave. Thank you. The bottle band is, of course, available to play for weddings. The great advantage to hiring us is that we will take care of all your musical needs for the day. You won't need to hire an organist and a soloist at the ceremony and then a band at the reception. We will do everything in one package deal. Many couples choose to use as a wedding processional, for example, trumpet voluntary. We have an arrangement of that piece that we call, of course, bottle voluntary. What we'd like to do for you now is what we call our wedding reception medley. These are 3 of the most requested pieces that we play at wedding receptions. The first one is Feelings, followed by the Hokey Pokey, and then concluding with Hava Nagila. So, are we all set here in the bottom end? Here is Betty Sula Fleming, of course, will be doing the solo on this first piece. So here we go. Here's our wedding reception medley.
Nothing more than feeling, trying to forget my feelings of love. Teardrops trying to forget feelings of love.
Oh, wow. I'm just curious, anybody in the audience tonight planning to get married soon? Anybody? Anybody hoping to get married soon? I can't really see hands. Well, sometimes we have people that have made arrangements yet, so we like to let them be aware that we are available. I wanted to make one other announcement before we get to our last piece. You may have read this in the paper already, but President Obama has declared that March is Bottle Band Awareness Month. So we're going to be going out and doing little ensemble programs in libraries and liquor stores and places like that to promote awareness of what you can do with a bottle in terms of making music. So in conjunction with that event, the United States Post Office has issued a commemorative stamp to honor the Bottle Band. So I brought a copy of it here to show you. It's a stamp like that. It's a 20-cent stamp, and you can see there's a picture of Betty Sue Fleming on it holding a bottle, kind of like the Statue of Liberty, sort of. And there's the Beethoven's Other Fifth, and then there's the Latin motto of the Bottle Band, E musicus voidum, which translates as music out of empties. So if you happen to be in the post office and need some stamps this month, do ask for the Bottle Band commemorative stamps. Well, we're getting close to the final number on our program now, but I do want to make one other furtherance. First, I want to thank three teachers at Palatine High School, Steve Seebeck, Raylene Horn, and Yum Fong for their contributions, as well as all the students here. Didn't they do a tremendous job? And I learned that there was a contest just last night for the concert choir. They were at a contest of other choirs in the area, and they took second place at Hersey High School. We want to congratulate them for that, and we hope that we'll be back here again maybe next year, we'll see. But now we come to the final work on our program. This is a piece of music from the country western genre. It was actually made popular by, written for, I think, Reba McEntire. Some of you may know Reba. She had a TV show as well as being a recording artist. The title of it is Why Haven't I Heard From You? And it's a lovely blues country western song. So we have two soloists for this piece. Are they ready back there? First of all, of course, it's Betty Sue Fleming. Betty Sue, here she is. And she will be joined by none other than Young Pham. You don't often hear the cello played in a blues piece, but you're going to hear it tonight. So, if we're all set here, here is our final piece. We thank you again for coming. It's been a great honor to be here and have you be such a wonderful audience. So, here's our final piece, Why Haven't I Heard From You?
Well, back in 1876, a good old boy named Bell invented a contraption that we know so well. By the 1950s, they're in everybody's home. It's a crazy little thing they call the telephone. Now there's one on every corner, in the back of every bar. You can take one for your briefcase, your plane, or in your car. So tell me why haven't I heard from you? Tell me why haven't I heard from you? So tell me, darling, honey, what is your excuse? Why haven't I heard from you? Well, there's no problem getting to me, baby, you can dial direct. I've got call forwarding, call waiting, you can even call collect. The repairman told me that my phone was working fine, so I have come to the conclusion the trouble isn't my line. Just call the operator, she'll be glad to dial you. Dial 0 for assistance if this all confuses you. So tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? So tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? So tell me, darling, honey, what is your excuse? Why haven't I heard from you? That better be a flood, a landslide of mud, a fire that burns up the wire, a thunder so loud with a black cloud, a natural disaster. I know now that I found one. Tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? Tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? So tell me, darling, honey, what is your excuse? Why haven't I heard from you? Tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? So tell me why haven't I heard from you? Why haven't I heard from you? So tell me, darling, honey, what is your excuse? Why haven't I heard from you?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please sit down so we can do the encore. A cast party, we want to get out of here as soon as we can. Thank you very much. It's been a great audience. It's been a real pleasure to be here. We have a very short encore, a traditional encore we do that says exactly how we feel, which is just thanks for coming. So here's our encore. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming to see our show.
Time to tell ya, we gotta go.
Grab your hat and head for the door. 'Cause when the song is over, there ain't any more.
We're real glad you came, we hope you had fun. But now the show is over, 'cause we're all done.
So this will be our final song. Adios.
Au revoir,
Cheerio. Take it easy.